Good morning, world.
Good morning.
You know what time it is? It's time for Music Monday.
I love Music Monday. It's the best.
The best!
Oh my God, you're too hyped.
Last time I got to headbang, so it was good. This time we're going to do, there was a song that was out a few years ago by Monster Truck called Don't Tell Me How to Live. Kid Rock did his own spin on it and invited the singer from Monster Truck back. And we're going to review that song today.
Stay tuned. I'm Cedric.
And I'm Brian, and this is Cedric and Brian. All right, so like we always say, we are not reacting to this, we're reviewing it. So I have seen it. Did you watch this yet?
I looked at the words.
You looked at the words, okay. So there's a point in the song where you'll see at the end where Kid Rock is writing a middle finger to Mars. And you know why he was writing that to Mars? Because he wasn't prepared.
Do you have enough emergency food to get you through a sudden crisis? If not, check out My Patriot Supply. They're the nation's #1 preparedness company, and they've served millions of American families. Right now, you can save 25% off their popular 4-week emergency food kit. You'll enjoy a hearty breakfast, lunch, dinner, drinks, and snacks, totaling over 2,000 calories a day, while everyone else is standing in those food lines. Plus, the food stays fresh for up to 25 years in proper storage, so it will be there when you need it. And by the way things are going, we're probably going to need it much sooner than we think. But don't wait. Go to www.preparewithcedricandbrian.com and claim your 4-week emergency food kit now. Don't forget, you'll save 25% if you act right now.
That's www.preparewithcedricandbrian.com.
Did you blur out your finger? So that.
Hey, when you listen to this song, be prepared, to be offended if you get offended by bad words, because this is Kid Rock, and he's known to throw a few.
Yes, and we took a lot of subscribers said, "Will you guys stop censoring the artists?" We didn't think we were censoring. We thought we were being sensitive to that crowd of people who didn't want to hear all the curse words. But then we realized, okay, we're going to let it play, but we're going to put the disclaimer out there that if you know Kid Rock, you know some words are going to come flying. They're going to come flying fast and come flying hard. So now you know. All right, let's get into it. Don't Tell Me How to Live. I love the title already.
Yep. I just want to stop right here because if you look at the screens, it's a lot of pictures of Kid Rock, and one says, "Is Kid Rock a racist?" He talks about that. So if you look really close there.
If you look in the upper right corner, lower left corner, there's two pictures of Joy Behar from The View. And if I remember correctly, they had a little beef back in 2018 where he called her, how do you say, a female dog. So yeah. He's not a big fan of The View, I don't think.
He doesn't hold back. Let's just put it that way.
We already stopped it. We're not even into the song.
Okay, here we go.
People are going to get upset.
All right.
Fuck all you hoes! Detroit till I die, motherfucker! Talking all that bullshit. Ain't nobody gonna tell me how to live. I'm a moonshine sipper, straight slipping in the darkness. Far from heartless, I'm more like the sharpest tool in the shed. No, I've never been the smartest, but make no mistake, I hit the fucking hardest.
So we know Kid Rock. He's not going to pull punches, all right? He's just going to go out. He doesn't care about any controversy.
Didn't we go to his bar in Tennessee?
Oh, yeah, and I go there every time. So Nashville, Tennessee, it's known for country music, but if you go downtown to the honky tonks, you go, especially to Kid Rock, you're gonna find yourself some good rock and roll, too.
Can I say honky tonk?
You can, no, you can't.
Okay, I won't say honky tonk.
You can say honky tonks, Cedric. Okay. It doesn't offend me.
Okay.
They're honky tonks. We should find out where that term came from.
I'm sure somebody out there knows. Tell us what honky tonk is. I know.
I know it has to do with music, but why do they use the term honky in it?
You know where honky came from, right?
No.
You don't?
No.
Tell you guys real quick. If you guys know where honky came from, it's an old term. No, that's George Jefferson used it a lot, but before even that, it was a place when a white man wanted to go down to the red light district to get a black prostitute. He had to go into very suspect areas. but he wouldn't get out of his car, so he would just simply honk his horn, and the guy would say, "There's your honky."
Wow.
Right?
I did not
Educational
know that.
video.
All right, now let's get into the song. Sorry about that, guys. Here we go.
This tool in the shed. No, I've never been the smartest. But make no mistake, I hit the fucking hardest. Devil without a cause. You heard me screaming, and 20 years later, bitch, I still fucking mean it. Fucker, you ain't never met a motherfucker like this. Kiss my ass, then you can suck a dick sideways, my way or the highway. Listen up, ain't nothing changed here. I still don't give a fuck. So what the fuck's up with all the backlash? You snowflakes, here's a news flash. Ain't nobody gonna tell me how to live.
So I like how he tells. Listen, you snowflakes. No, ain't nobody gonna tell me how to live.
Usually when an artist writes a song, it's intended for someone specific, and he just addressed who it was for. The salutation is to all you snowflakes who get bent over every small, insignificant thing.
And I like, so those of you, which I know a lot of you are, Tom McDonald fans, he throws up the middle finger. Tom throws up the middle finger. It's a signature now.
Yes, what they call it, the Irish salute.
Yeah. We had a debate. We were at a party the other day, and we all sat around and we had a debate. You remember that?
Yes.
People were saying, okay, how do you do the middle finger? Do you pull it back like this? Do you do it like this?
We're not gonna go
Or do you
around
put
it.
your thumb out? How do you guys do it?
Oh,
You know,
gee.
hey, if we're
They
going to
can't
listen to
tell.
Kid Rock, what's the proper way to do it? Wow.
Let's go. Let's
Call
move
him a
on.
snowflake right here?
Ain't nobody gonna tell me how to live. Years ago, we all thought it was a joke. See, that every kid got a motherfucking trophy.
All right, I got to
sir.
stop there because we did a
Yes,
whole
sir.
episode on that.
Those doggone participation trophies.
Oh,
Just
my
for
goodness.
showing up. You didn't do a damn thing.
Let's listen to that again.
Years ago, we all thought it was a joke. See, that every kid got a motherfucking trophy. But yo, homie, here's a situation. A nation of pussies is our next generation. And these minions and their agendas. Every opinion has a millennial offended.
Oh, God. I know I'm stopping a lot, but there's some good stuff in here. Oh,
I tell you
here we
this
go
all the
back to that.
time. Like, being the teaching so long, my biggest things to complain about most was the boys and how we're just called the blankification of boys.
That blankification starts with the P, by the way.
It's like, and you look at today's boys, and I'm not talking about all of them. For those of you out there who are doing an incredible job with your young men, kudos to you. But I have been around enough boys in middle school and high school where I'm seeing they don't do anything because nothing is required of them.
Again, I blame my generation, though, because we're the ones that raised these kids with the participation trophies, and we raised the millennials and now the Gen Zs. But I like what you said, every opinion has a millennial offended.
Yep.
Oh my God, how true. And I'm not saying all millennials, and it's not just millennials, trust me. It's even people in our generation. They get offended by everything, and I say this all the time because Cedric said this to me, and I just love it. It's not what they call you, it's what you answer to.
Yep.
And that's what these younger kids don't do. If somebody calls them, has a microaggression, they get all offended. It's like you can only get offended if you let yourself be offended. I mean, come on. He used the honky term how many times in the beginning of this episode?
I was giving an explanation of what it meant.
But I mean, it doesn't offend people.
I've called you worse.
Yeah, well, you have.
And these minions and their agendas. Every opinion has a millennial offended. But this amendment one, it rings true. And if you don't dissent, bitch, then see number 2. Ain't nothing new, right? Church, wrong pew. Get a clue, accrue your fake news and views. Can all get the bottom of my motherfucking shoe. I'm the last of a few, still screaming, fuck you. Ain't nobody gonna tell me how to live. Ain't nobody
good. So
Goodness.
I like that. He lengthened that part of the song. He's going to soar like an eagle.
Yes.
Of course, he was on a middle finger, but
Right.
his wings will carry him away, but the heart of a lion. So we talked about earlier, I think, on another episode about the lion and the sheep.
Yes.
But he uses two. So the eagle has two meanings. So you can soar like an eagle, but the eagle is the symbol of America.
Yes. Yes. And it's a biblical phrase like, soaring on wings of eagles. Just be free, be strong. When we started this first clip, he took a little hit at CNN and MSNBC.
Oh, how could he?
He took a little jab at them. And I don't think he...
You mean CNN, whose ratings are down 90% from last year?
90%.
Oh, it couldn't happen.
Well, their
to a
main
better
villain
network.
went away. Donald Trump went away. So
And they said everybody went down. Even Fox News went down after
Yeah.
Trump went out of office.
Yeah.
But Fox News went down about 35%. CNN, 90%. And part of that is because more of you people get your news and you get your opinions from the internet.
And if it wasn't for airports, it'd probably be less than that.
Well, and CNN lost their airport contract.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go.
So, no, why would anybody watch him now?
Oh, my goodness. Like, I don't know if does he claim to be a Republican or
Oh,
conservative?
yeah. No, he's come out many times. He doesn't hide his political leanings.
Right.
So,
Okay.
And I get stronger every day.
did you notice the name of the rocket?
No.
Sorry, guys. I know if you want to listen to this whole song, I'll put the link where you can hear it without us.
Yeah, don't say you guys stop too much. We know we do. Kid Rocket.
Kid Rocket.
This reminds me of the song with Mike Myers. And the has the rocket go up, but instead of a middle finger, it's genitalia.
Oh, okay.
It kind of reminds me of that scene.
Yeah.
Look, it's Willie Nelson.
But he's got the wings on, but then he's got a Kid Rocket. Anyway,
Wow.
I thought that was fun. And his gun.
You never tell me shit. You'll never flip my script because I'm more outrageous than the Vegas Strip. You're like Mayberry, bitch. I'm hard and crisp, high risk, hillbilly, but I'm filthy rich. You're like really vanilly, kind of silly as shit. I'm like shotgun Willie, smoking Phillies and shit.
That's funny.
That was a
You're like Millie Vanilli. Silly is,
just fake, just silly. Like Shotgun Willie. Is that a shout out to Willie Nelson?
maybe.
Shotgun Willie smoking Phillies.
Sorry.
Oh, Mayberry.
Oh, yeah, the Mayberry reference was good. Although I used to love.
I love Mayberry.
Andy Griffith Show.
I love Mayberry.
Yeah, so good old clean. But he's showing that Mayberry was as G-rated and as vanilla as you could get.
Well, quick Mayberry thing. I'm sure you've seen that meme where they talk about all the inhabitants of Mayberry and how nobody was married on that show. Andy wasn't married. Barney wasn't married.
That's right. And
The barber wasn't married. Aunt B wasn't married.
Yeah.
There was only one person who was married, and that was Otis the drunk.
That's right.
He was the only one who was married,
That's
and he had to go to the bottle to cope. Anyway, I don't know if that meant anything.
oh, wow. Little hidden meanings of the Andy Griffith Show.
I'm hard and crisp, high risk, hillbilly, but I'm filthy rich. You're like really vanilly, kind of silly as shit. I'm like shotgun Willie, smoking Phillies and shit. I'm like Reverend Ron, David Lee Roth, like Springsteen, bitch. I'm the motherfucking boss.
So I don't know if Aaron Lewis would get mad at this because he actually brought up Springsteen on there. I think just to show the pose, but I think he needed something so he could use that line, "I'm the boss."
Yes, I like the respect for Reverend Run.
Yeah, I knew you would catch that one. But Springsteen is not the boss, people.
No.
Not the boss.
Phillies and shit. I'm like Reverend Ron, or David Lee Roth, like Springsteen, bitch. I'm the motherfucking boss. James Dean shit. I'm more like Brad Pitt, a little less pretty, but I slang more dick. I twang more riffs. I slide through grass. I rip more lines than a 10-pound bat.
Now, is that line I slide through grass. Is he calling himself a snake there?
I don't know. I assume more. I slide through grass. I rip more lines than a 10-pound. I don't know. It could be. Like he's a sly. He comes up on you before you know it. He's on you.
I think he's saying, because I don't think he's ever claimed to be conservative. I think he claims to be Republican and he leans right. But I think he's the first to admit that, he's not and he talks about it in the song, he's not the clean cut, conservative of,
right.
the old days here.
Right.
He's America first type of a conservative, I guess. But he's not clean, that's for sure. He's not the clean vanilla.
I like Kid
More
Rock.
riffs, I slide through grass. I rip more lines than a 10-pound bass. Pass the mic, I'm like slow gin fizz. It ain't nobody, ain't nobody gonna tell me how to live.
Ooh.
There's one thing I did notice in that, Cedric.
What's that?
I did not see a lot of people of color in that video.
That's all right. I think me
Looks
and
like
Kid
good
Rock,
old boys.
Yeah, there's some good old boys down there. But I think me and Kid Rock could go out to his bar and toss back a few and have a good time.
Yeah, no.
He's that type of dude.
Yeah, that was good. And that actually wasn't a request from you guys. I actually found that all by myself.
Look at you doing big boy things, doing things on your own.
I can't remember how I found it, but once I found it, I said, it's going to be tough to put on our CTA channel, but
Yeah, that's all right.
for you Tom fans, I think you'll appreciate it.
Yeah, I mean that's what I love about Kid Rock. I've always admired his music, and more the music. I've admired what he's talking about, the message that he sends through.
What happened to his little person?
I don't know what was that person's name again? That was
I don't remember.
I forgot their name. Yeah. Little person. But we talked about this in previous videos, and our most recent one actually last Monday, where we talked about no matter what the genre of music is, whether it's rap, whether it's country, whether it's rock and roll, Kid Rock is he's everything. Country, rock.
Yeah, he's always had a rock edge. Even he brought that to his country, and most of his raps had kind of rock in the background.
Right.
More like the Walk This Way
Right.
type of rap where you bring in the guitars.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why I've liked some of his songs, or some of the one of his songs in particular that we were doing in one of the bands I was in that was just too repetitive. I'm not going to mention it, but it did have a Sweet Home Alabama lick in it, but I just couldn't get into that one.
Okay.
Yeah.
But, with him and rap and country, guys like Coffee Anderson, Aaron Lewis, of course, Tom McDonald, Brevner, they're all coming out with a very similar message about we need to put all this crap aside and start thinking about America and get back to what we used to be, when our forefathers came over here, what they intended this country to be.
Well,
and I
not just-
love the fact that they're doing that.
Not just America, though. It's basically putting their finger up to the
Yeah.
establishment. That's
Yeah.
that's what I take away from this. And a song we did before, it's basically we've got to separate ourselves from the establishment. This is true. What rock and roll used to be was a finger to the establishment. Now you listen to most rock and pop, and even some of that the more pop country. They're feeding you the establishment line. Mm-hmm. Where these guys, like Tom McDonald's like, the king, but Kid Rock's been doing this forever. He's just saying, F you to the establishment.
Yeah.
Oh, Aaron Lewis is a great example. He left the pop rock field and he went into country. He still does his Stain stuff, which is awesome because I love it. But he made no apologies, and he did the songs that we reviewed, and he just says, this is who I am, and
Yeah. So we're
take it or leave it. That's what he's saying with that big middle finger.
And we have to get back to making America the model. Because I was talking to a friend of mine earlier today. He's huge in the shipping business. And we were talking about that problem about all the ports in San Pedro being jam-packed because they can get stuff here. The problem isn't getting stuff here. Is that they can't get the empty containers out of there. That's the problem. He's saying that those containers cost somewhere around $4,000. And China's basically saying, screw it. Leave them there. We'll make more containers that are costing anywhere between $10,000 to $14,000. And you know what that means? If the container and the shipping cost goes up, the things that are contained within the shipping container, those go up. So I think, like Brian said, we have to say F the establishment and get back to doing things here in America and say screw to everything else.
Yeah. And that's the problem, too, because it goes with, you're supposed to have a press that is basically F the establishment. We're trying to find the truth. But now the press isn't that. The press is basically, where are we going to get our ratings? Who are we getting paid by? And that's the storyline we're going to do. And I'm glad that we need more rock and roll attitude, and it can be in form of rap, country, whatever. But that old attitude is like, the old Johnny Rotten, F you.
Yeah.
This is what I believe. I'm going to put it out there, and I'm not going to feel bad. And like he says, we've raised this generation now that has been pussified.
Yep. Yeah.
And because we gave them trophies for doing nothing, and now we want to not take grades away so that nobody has to achieve anything. And he's saying, screw that.
Yeah. And I'll end this with the reference back to CNN and MSNBC. I saw somewhere it said, isn't it great to have those two channels around because we can wake up and know what to be afraid of that day?
Yeah, exactly.
Incredible. That was a good song. Good choice.
Thank you.
Very good
Thank you.
choice.
Keep bringing them. Keep sending me songs. Sending us songs. Sorry, I don't want to put me on there. Sorry, Cedric.
Sorry.
We know it's all about Cedric
It
anyway.
is Cedric and Brian.
Yes. We had a long meeting about that, and
It was 10 seconds.
yeah.
We agreed to meet in the middle and agreed that I was right. Yeah. Do you
Because
want to take us out?
because C becomes before B.
Yeah,
Oh,
we'll
wait.
go. No,
It doesn't come.
Don't think too hard. Do you want to take us out?
No, you know what? I'll let you do it.
Oh
this
my goodness,
time.
I
I
got
did
too
it last time. I miss when Cedric does this. So go ahead.
Geez. Make sure you like, subscribe, ring that bell, and share our channel with everyone you know.
No, it's everyone.
That's not how I do it. Everyone you know. And we need that. It doesn't take that much to subscribe, you guys. Hit the subscribe button, ring the bell, and send this to 2 friends. Just 2 friends. That's all I'm asking. 2 friends. Keep sending the recommendations.
Put it on Facebook.
Yeah.
Even if you get fact checked, just keep putting it out there.
Right.
Who cares?
All right.
Wait, I'm sorry. It's meta now, right? The metaverse.
Well, we found out they're opinion checkers now. That came out.
Yeah, we know that.
Yes.
Fact checker needed to be fact checked.
Exactly. We appreciate you guys. Thanks for spending some time with us. Continue being good to each other. Until next time, I'm Cedric.
And I'm Brian. See you later.